What's going on, guys? ESPN just released their top 25 NBA players under the age of 25. And if you think RJ Barrett should be on that list, or if you just love RJ Barrett, go down in the comment section and type 9, his jersey number. Let's get some good vibes going, show some love for RJ. He's the face of the Knicks. Go down and type number 9. Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. And in today's show, we got to rip that network ESPN because they came out with a list of the top 25 players under the age of 25, and RJ Barrett, Star J, was not on the list. We'll run through the list, and I'll give you some of my thoughts and concerns with RJ and how he can get better as a player and some things and accolades that he achieved this year that shows why he should be on this list. The list kicked off with Luka Doncic being number 1 on the list. Can't really argue with that. He's probably the face of the NBA, one of the younger faces at least of the NBA. Jayson Tatum number 2, Ja Morant 3, Trae Young 4, and LaMelo Ball 5. I think this top 5 is pretty close. I think I slightly like Trae Young. Actually, you know what? I like this list a lot. I like Trae Young 4, LaMelo Ball 5. I was going to say LaMelo Ball a little above Trae Young, but Trae's done it in the playoffs, and he's more of a seasoned scorer, and I like that out of my point guard. But speaking of Trae Young, do you hate him? Because I do. F Trae Young. If you hate Trae Young, go down in the comments and type F Trae Young, because it's that simple. I hate him. I know you hate him. I hated to see him dance around with this bald-ass head in Madison Square Garden after he beat the Knicks, cheering and stuff. So F Trae Young, if you hate him, go down and type it, F Trae Young. And you might hate Trae Young, and this might be the channel for you. If you do, go down and hit that big red button. We're trying to get to 6,000 subscribers on this channel as soon as possible. And if you're wondering, yo, Marsh, why should I subscribe? Because we have free daily videos around the latest Knicks news and rumors, and our coverage leading up into the NBA draft and NBA free agency is going to be on fire. We're going to have daily videos around top targets in the draft and top targets in free agency. And if you're like, Marsh, I'm already subbed, I'll do this for you. Everyone that's already subscribed, go down and type me in the comments section, and I'll give you a shout out on a future New York Knicks Now episode. Players 6 through 15, we'll kind of go through these kind of quickly, provide a little bit of insight on them. Cade Cunningham, number 6. I think he's a little bit too high. He had a great rookie year, but he's ahead of a lot of players that have already done it for multiple years in the National Basketball Association. He has a high ceiling, but I think 6 is a little too high. 7, Zion Williamson. The guy didn't even play this year. We know he's great. He's got all-world talent and athleticism, but I don't know why he's on this list. He barely even plays. Bam Adebayo, Darius Garland, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I love Shai, one of my favorite players in the NBA. Then Anthony Edwards, Brandon Ingram. Scotty Barnes, way too high as well, as my opinion. Still only a rookie. Did well his rookie year, but like I said, there's other players who have done really well as well. Then Tyrese Halliburton at 14 and Evan Mobley at 15. This is the side of the list, or the part of the list, that I think RJ Barrett could have been on. I think he deserves to be in that 6 to 15 range. This is someone that's done it for 3 years now in the NBA. I can't wait to show you these stats we have later on in the video. He's done things that people like only LeBron James and Luka Doncic have done in their NBA career. I can't believe he's on this list. When I saw it, I was pissed off. And as a Knicks fan watching this video, I bet you were pretty salty too. 16 through 25, we'll go a little faster. Miles Bridges. Man, I wish he would have been a Knick. Desmond Bane, one of the best role players in the NBA. Jared Allen, DeAndre Ayton, and Tyler Hero, number 20. Then Jalen Green, someone that RJ Barrett is 100% better than on this list, is Jalen Green. He's still a rookie, showed a lot of flash, showed a lot of promise, but I'm taking RJ every single day of the week. Then De'Aaron Fox, John Collins, and Tyrese Maxey, and Jaren Jackson Jr. So those are the top 25 guys. I saw at least 10 people on that list that I think RJ is better than. I think he's somewhere in that 6 to 15 range. I think that's fair, and I'm not even being a homer saying that, and I think you'll agree once you see these stats in a second. But let me know, where should RJ have been ranked on this list? Give me the number 1 through 25. I better see a couple ones, because as Knicks fans, we love our Knicks players. So get in the comments and let me know, where should RJ have been ranked on this list? Quite frankly, RJ not being on this list at all is BS. I don't know if I can say it, but it was bullshit. The fact that RJ Barrett, in his third season, at age 21, averaged already 20 points in the NBA, he deserved to be on this list. And we probably shouldn't get too worked up about a dumb list that ESPN made, but it's the offseason, and we're going to talk about it. RJ, in my opinion, is the most underrated basketball player in the NBA. You always hear these people bang on the Knicks and talk crap about them. But I think it's pretty obvious that a lot of people don't actually watch Knicks games, and that's fair. We weren't a very good team this year. We were disappointing. We were the 4th seed last year. This year we didn't even make the play-in tournament. So there's no reason for teams or NBA fans to actually watch us play, but I can just tell by that list that people aren't actually watching the Knicks play. I mean, RJ Barrett, he finished 27th in the NBA in points per game this season. So for a guy that's 21 years old to be a top 30 scorer already in the National Basketball Association, I think shows that he should have been on this list. And he's also the 17th player in NBA history. 17 players in NBA history have averaged 20 points per game for players that are younger than 22 years old. So he's already doing things that some of the best and Hall of Fame players have already done in the NBA. Give RJ Barrett his flowers. And if you're a Knicks fan and you're kind of on the fence, you should buy all the way into RJ. Because it's been since Charlie Ward in 1994, since the Knicks have re-signed a rookie, past the rookie contract to a multi-year deal. RJ Barrett's going to break that curse, and he bleeds New York Knicks blue and orange. He's the face of this franchise. So let's show him some support, because this is someone that wants to be a Knick, and he loves that pressure of playing in Madison Square Garden. Now we're going to run through some tweets that showed some stats that I think show and illustrate and paint a broader picture of who RJ Barrett is and why he gets slighted or shouldn't get slighted. Back on April 11th, Knicks Muse, the Stat Muse account, you probably followed them or heard them. They're like an aggregator for stats. They tweeted out NBA players with 3,400 points, 1,100 rebounds, and 550 plus assists before turning 22 years old. It's Kevin Garnett, Tracy McGrady, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, and RJ Barrett. I'd say that's pretty good company to be in. Then Tommy Beer, he tweeted this back out on March 23rd. He said, the most 30-point games by a player of the age of 21 or younger this season? I can't see that, but is RJ Barrett on top of LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Tyler Hero, Tyrese Maxey, and Darius Garland, all people who were on that list? Because RJ had 11 while LaMelo had 8. Anthony had 7, and so on and so forth. So he's better scorer than all of those players. And then Knicks Muse also had this tweet back on March 23rd. NBA players with 3,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, 500 assists, and 300 three-pointers made before turning 22 years old. It's a short list. LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and RJ Barrett. I mean, come on. This guy is doing stuff that some of the greats did and some of the greats didn't do. Tommy Beer also had a tweet back on March 3rd. He said, over his last 6 games, RJ Barrett is averaging 29.5 points per game, 6.2 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 3 made three-pointers while shooting 40% from deep. The only players to match or exceed those numbers during this stretch, you might have heard of him, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Luka Doncic, an MVP and the face of the league in the Western Conference. Oh, wait, we've got more stats to show you. Tommy tweeted this back out on February 26th. If you don't follow Tommy Beer, he's one of the best Knicks follows on Twitter. Go show him some love. He said, RJ has appeared in 20 games in 2022 and is averaging 24 points per game, 6 rebounds, almost 3.5 assists, 2.6 made three-pointers, while shooting 41% from downtown. The only players to match or exceed those averages in 2022, Luka, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and LeBron James. Wait, there's more tweets to get to. This one back on February 6th. Last night, RJ Barrett became just the 6th player in NBA history to tally at least 36 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 three-pointers in a single game before turning 22. The other guys, Luka, Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Trae Young, and LeBron James are the other 5. I understand some of these stats go really deep into the analytics, and it's kind of those MLB stats. This pitcher on Wednesday night games while wearing his hat backwards does this. But the point is, RJ has done stuff in this league that Hall of Famers have done, and some Hall of Famers haven't done. So appreciate him while he's here, because he's not going to be a Knick forever. I hope it's for 20 years, but it always goes faster than it should have been. So let me know this. Do you believe that RJ Barrett can be the face of the New York Knicks? If you can, go down and spam #StarJ. I want to get that hashtag viral on Twitter and get it going on YouTube, started on this channel. So get in the comments and spam #StarJ if you believe in RJ Barrett. Because when you look at what he's done through his first 3 seasons in his NBA career, he's gotten better every single year. He went from 14 points per game to 17.5 points per game and then 20 points per game. His field goal percentage could be a little bit higher. His three-point percentage got better from his first year to his second year, and then the numbers went down a little bit this year, but that's because the volume went up. His points per game went up, his shot attempts went up, and he got to the free throw line more at will. He started slowly through the 2022 NBA season, but through the second half and the final 42 games, these are all-star numbers. 23.5 points per game, 3.5 assists per game, shooting about 42% from the field and almost 35% from beyond the three-point arc. If you can get that field goal percentage to about 45% and the three-point number to about 36 to 37%, RJ Barrett, he could be an all-NBA player in the association. There's spots he can for sure still grow. He's got to get better at passing out of drives. I want to see him be more of a playmaker and a distributor. When he goes to the hole, he has that head-down mentality to where I can finish over everybody, but I want to see him create more for others on the outside when he has shooters open. He's got to be more laterally quick. I think he needs to get in a little better shape. He plays a lot of minutes, so we need him to be at 100% all of those minutes that he's going to play under Tom Thibodeau. Got to get better at ball handling. The best thing you can do in the NBA when you're trying to become a better player is improve your ball handling, because if you can get to your spots easier, you're going to be a better offensive player. He's got to get better with his right hand, going right and finishing right. He's a lefty, so he's got to get better in that area. And he's got to get better at free throw shooting. Can he become an 80 to an 85% free throw shooter? I think if he does all of those things going into year 4, this is someone that can compete for an all-star spot and potentially an all-NBA player. We did this on the last show. And since we're talking about RJ again, and it's an RJ love fest on this show, we're going to bring it back. If you want to shout out on the next New York Knicks Now, go down and type Rowan in the comment section. If you know, you know. But go down in the comment section and type Rowan to show RJ some love. I appreciate everybody that's made New York Knicks Now a part of their day today. This is why you subscribe to the channel. You don't go and watch ESPN because there's a whole bunch of scrubs and stiffs that don't actually watch the games. I do, and I was live tweeting them throughout the NBA season. Another way to stay up to date on Knicks news and rumors is by giving me a follow on Twitter. To go and do so at @MarshallGreen_.